The universe is full of strange and mysterious worlds. In this episode, we'll explore 5 planets that, by all logic, should not exist. But they do. Let's begin. Imagine a world where the sky is blue, but the air cuts like razors. This is the Glass Planet, a gas giant located about 64 light-years from Earth. At first glance, it looks deceptively familiar. Its brilliant sapphire hue mirrors the Earth's oceans, giving the illusion of calm. But what hides beneath that blue is a storm system beyond comprehension. Winds on this planet scream across the atmosphere at speeds exceeding 8,700 kilometers per hour, nearly 7 times the speed of sound. That alone would make it one of the most hostile places in the galaxy. But it gets worse. The blue color doesn't come from water or sky. It comes from tiny particles of silicate, a component of glass, suspended in its upper atmosphere. These particles are picked up by the fierce winds and hurled sideways through the air at hypersonic speeds. In other words, it rains glass sideways. Try to picture that. Not gentle snowflakes or raindrops, but sharp, microscopic shards of glass slashing through the sky like billions of invisible blades. No known life form could survive here, not even robotic probes as we know them. Temperatures hover around 1,000 degrees, and the pressure and wind shear would tear most spacecraft apart. The Glass Planet shouldn't exist in this form. The violent winds and fragile atmospheric balance are not sustainable according to current climate models. Yet it does exist, somehow maintaining its structure in a chaotic dance of destruction. For scientists, this world remains a mystery, not just because of what it is, but because of how it manages to remain what it is, a perfect blue marble of chaos. Picture a planet locked in a slow-motion death spiral, so close to its parent star that it's being ripped apart, atom by atom. This is the Devoured Planet, a gas giant orbiting just 2 million miles from its sun, which is over 40 times closer than Mercury is to ours. It completes a full orbit in just over 24 hours. That means 1 year here lasts a single Earth day. At such a terrifyingly close distance, gravity plays a cruel game. The star's immense tidal forces stretch the planet like taffy, deforming it into the shape of an egg. The atmosphere is constantly boiling away, stripped by the heat and the pull of the star. In fact, the planet is actively being eaten. The star is pulling hydrogen, helium, and other elements straight from the planet's outer layers, forming a disk of glowing gas like a cosmic halo of doom. Scientists have never seen anything quite like it, and here's the problem. According to current models of planetary formation and stability, this planet shouldn't still be here. The process of evaporation and tidal destruction should have already obliterated it. Yet we see it. It continues to orbit. Even stranger, the rate at which it's losing mass is high enough that the planet is expected to disappear completely in just a few million years, a blink in cosmic time. The Devoured Planet raises terrifying questions. How long can a world resist the pull of its star before it's lost forever? How many other doomed planets are we simply too late to find? For now, this gas giant races around its star like a condemned prisoner on its final lap, pulled ever closer, slowly torn to pieces, its glow dimming with every orbit. We're witnessing its final days, and we don't know how it's lasted this long. Some planets are strange because of how they behave, but this one is strange simply because it still exists. Meet the Ancient Survivor, a planet so old it predates not just Earth but the entire solar system. This world is estimated to be over 12.7 billion years old, which means it formed less than 1 billion years after the Big Bang. For comparison, Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. To say this planet is ancient is an understatement. It orbits a bizarre duo, a pulsar, the rapidly spinning corpse of a dead star, and a white dwarf, the remaining ember of another. This system alone is one of the strangest in the galaxy, and the fact that a planet is even orbiting it is shocking. When massive stars go supernova, they typically destroy everything around them. Planets are torn apart. Their orbits are shattered, and yet this one survived. It's been nicknamed the Methuselah planet by astronomers, after the biblical figure said to have lived the longest. But there's a deeper mystery here. In the early universe, heavy elements like iron, oxygen, and silicon were incredibly rare. Most matter was just hydrogen and helium. So how did a planet, which requires those heavier elements, form so early? Our models say this shouldn't have been possible, and yet this planet exists. It's a cosmic fossil, an ancient world orbiting 2 stellar ghosts, in a region of space where almost nothing should remain. And what's perhaps most haunting, this planet has witnessed the rise and fall of galaxies, stars, and systems long before Earth was even dust. It's older than the Sun, older than our moon, older than any life on Earth. We may never know what this planet has seen. But one thing is clear. The ancient survivor challenges everything we thought we knew about the early universe. It sounds like something out of science fiction, a glowing pink gas giant orbiting alone in the darkness. But the pink giant is real, and it defies everything we know about how giant planets are supposed to form. Located about 57 light-years away, this massive world is around 4 times the size of Jupiter. But unlike Jupiter, it doesn't have the muted browns and golds we associate with gas giants. Instead, it shines with a soft, radiant magenta glow, a pink-purple hue that no other planet in our solar system comes close to matching. This strange coloration comes from the planet's young age and high temperature. At just 160 million years old, the pink giant is a newborn by cosmic standards. It's still glowing from the leftover heat of its formation, and that heat radiates in the infrared, giving it its distinctive pinkish color. But what really confuses astronomers is not how it looks, it's where it is. The pink giant orbits its star at a distance of 43 astronomical units. That's farther out than Neptune is from the Sun. According to current models of planetary formation, gas giants shouldn't be able to form that far from their stars. The disk of gas and dust that creates planets is too thin and unstable at those distances. Some scientists believe it may have been ejected from a closer orbit by gravitational forces. Others think it may have formed through an entirely different process, one we don't yet understand. Either way, the pink giant is an outlier, a world that sits far outside the norms. Its orbit is wide, its color is surreal, and its very existence challenges our understanding of how solar systems form. And here's the kicker. Because it's still glowing from its formation, it's one of the few exoplanets we've actually seen directly through telescopes, not just inferred from data. So next time you look up at the stars, remember, somewhere out there, floating on the edge of a distant system, is a glowing pink giant that shouldn't exist. Some planets are mysterious because of what they're made of, others because of where they are. The Hell orbit is a rocky planet, similar in size and composition to Earth, but that's where the similarities end. This world orbits its star at an unimaginable distance of just 1.5 million kilometers. That's over 40 times closer than Mercury is to the Sun. As a result, a single year on the Hell orbit lasts only 8.5 hours. That's not a typo. From sunrise to sunrise, a full orbit takes less than half a day. Temperatures on its surface soar to over 2,000 degrees, hot enough to melt rock and metal. In fact, scientists believe this planet may have seas of molten lava where entire continents should be. And yet here's what makes it truly strange. It shouldn't be there. Rocky planets like Earth aren't supposed to form that close to their stars. In the early stages of a solar system's life, the inner regions are far too hot and unstable for solid matter to clump together. Gas giants might migrate inward from farther out, but a rocky planet like this? It's a mystery. Some scientists theorize that the Hell orbit may be the core of a once larger planet, maybe even a gas giant that had its outer layers stripped away by the star's gravity. Others suggest it was somehow flung inward during a violent gravitational dance with other planets, settling into an impossible orbit that should have destroyed it. But despite its extreme conditions, the searing heat, the deathly proximity to its star, it remains in place, defying the odds. What's more, Kepler 78b is incredibly dense, suggesting an iron-rich composition that allows it to withstand forces that would tear most planets apart. It's a fiery, doomed world, orbiting so close to its star that it's likely slowly vaporizing, and yet it still holds on. The Hell orbit is not just a planet, it's a paradox. From sideways glass storms to stars that consume their own planets. From ancient relics of the early universe to glowing giants and hellish orbits. These worlds challenge what we think we know about space, time, and planetary science. But maybe that's the point. The more we learn about the universe, the more we realize how much we still don't understand.